Win or lose, we still booze at Tennessee Titans today. And hey, I hope you're drinking after this one. Safely, of course. Don't get behind the wheel. That's a tough loss. And we're going to break it down on today's postgame show. But before we do that, take a drink and then help us out by subscribing to the channel. We are 25 subs away from 1,500 subscribers. My guy Jack Lauderay is working really hard to help you guys grow this channel, as he is kind of the production leader of Tennessee Titans today. So subscribe, win or lose, more videos coming your way throughout the rest of the season. If we get more subs, we'll be able to do daily videos for you guys. All right, let's talk about that loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Welcome into Titans Today. I am Harrison Graham from Chat Sports, and wow, the Titans found a way to lose that one, didn't they? It's not like the Steelers won it. It was a 19-13 bludgeoning in Pittsburgh, as basically the Steelers' strategy was, let's just not screw up, let's punt the football and let Tennessee piss down their leg, and that is exactly what happened, as Tennessee had 4 turnovers. Ryan Tannehill was bad in the second half. Foreman had a nice showing with over 100 yards rushing, but this was a game that was there to take, and the Titans just didn't take it. It's as simple as that, and it's a big loss because would they win, Tennessee would have been in the number 1 seed in the AFC, in the driver's seat to win the AFC and get that first-round bye, but instead they dropped back down. We'll talk about the playoff implications later on in the show. Look at the offense here. You're like, okay, 317 yards on the road, decent. Obviously, the passing not there, but you rushed for 200 without Derrick Henry. You're 45% on the key downs, but then the stat that just kills you. 4 turnovers. That's all in your own territory, by the way, which led to 4 Chris Boswell field goals. Again, Pittsburgh's offense did nothing. Look at the Titans' defensive numbers. Less than 170 yards allowed. Big Ben couldn't do much through the air. Najee Harris got nothing going on the ground. You stopped him on the key downs. Sure, you didn't get a takeaway, and you got to be better in that area, but you hold a team to under 170 yards, hell, under 200 yards, you got to win that game, and the Titans could not find a way. So, give me your one-word reaction to the Titans' loss to the Steelers. Frustrating, unreal, unfathomable. When you look at the statistics, we'll hit you guys with this on the pinned comment. So if you get hit with the YouTube ad break, scroll on down and give me your one-word reaction to the Titans' loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, let's talk a few storylines coming out of this one. We'll talk about Tannehill's performance in a moment. But guess who's hurt again? Julio Jones. He leaves with another hamstring injury. We'll see what his status is moving forward. But been a frustrating year, been a frustrating couple of years for Julio Jones, who exits once again with a hammy. And he's just one of those guys that just can't stay healthy now, man. He's still a good player when he is healthy. But, you know, while Tannehill is struggling and Derrick Henry's out, you know, you need as many weapons as you can. You don't want to be bringing knives to a gunfight, and that's kind of the scenario for Tennessee right now. A.J. Brown's been out. Now Julio Jones gets hurt once again, and you're just like, good grief, man. Like, what do you have to do to stay healthy? Keep some of these dudes out there, and hopefully he's not out for long. But even if he is, if he's not, you never know when he's going to get hurt again. I mean, he's one of those guys now where he could get hurt at any moment. What is your concern level over Julio at this point? I mean, scale of 1 to 10, 10 being you're like, can't rely on him at all. I'm very concerned. 1 being, it's no big deal. He'll play next week. Like a 7 or 8, man. He's just fragile at this point. It's tough to see, but it's just the reality of the situation. We do have some Julio Jones and some Titans jerseys available, and I know this Julio one is on sale for $90. Some of these as low as $90, some a little bit over $100, but it's a holiday season. They're Nike authentic jerseys. See the link below, chatsports.com/Titans jersey. This red one is absolute heat. Big fan of the Titans red jerseys. Got Derrick Henry, some other ones available as well. Chatsports.com/Titans jersey. Check the comments, check the description. We'll have you guys covered right there. Just click and shop today. Get yourself a Titans jersey for this holiday season. Some other storylines. Bud Dupree returned from IR. Had a sack. Sacked his former teammate, Big Ben Roethlisberger. Had an impact in this game, so that was good to see. Hadn't been able to play much this year, so hopefully he gives Tennessee an extra pass rusher down the stretch. They, of course, gave him good money this offseason, so it was nice to see Dupree have an impact on this defense, which this defense, again, played well enough to win. It was the offense that let them down. Zach Cunningham, a player that was added recently, 6 tackles. He was flying around, made a few plays. So that was good to see. as well. So a couple of guys that you haven't had recently, and Dupree due to injuries, and Cunningham due to, obviously, you just added him from the waiver wire, making an impact. And those are positive signs from this game, whereas otherwise there's not a ton of positives, because this is a game, again, that you'd really like to win over Pittsburgh. You should be able to win this game, especially when you factor in that Ben Roethlisberger didn't do anything to beat you. 16 of 25, 148, no touchdowns, no turnovers, QB rating of 80. I mean, that shouldn't get you beat. That should not get you beat if you are the Tennessee Titans. But at the end of the day, he didn't turn it over. Guess who did? Ryan Tannehill, who we'll talk about later on in the show. But my goodness, Ben Roethlisberger, he's got to play better than this. Or the Titans have got to be able to win when he plays like this. Okay, so now we talked earlier, okay, how does this impact the playoffs? 3 seed is where Tennessee sits now. Had they won, they'd be the 1 seed, because New England lost on Saturday night. You have the tiebreaker over Kansas City due to head-to-head, but Chiefs are humming right now. Patriots have the tiebreaker over Tennessee, so this is a missed opportunity. Missed opportunity. You win this game, get to 10-4, you're in the driver's seat throughout the final 3 games. And let's be honest, when you look at the remaining schedule here, 49ers on Thursday night could be tough. Miami's playing better, but this is a real chance to win out, and you had this in your hands had you beaten Pittsburgh. But now you need some help if you want to get that number 1 overall seed. So definitely a missed opportunity. And I want to talk about Ryan Tannehill. I think we have his. Do we have his stats, Coop? I thought we had him in there. Maybe we don't. Either way, Ryan Tannehill just dude, you got to stop turning the football over, man. This is something he didn't do before, and now all of a sudden he's just turning it over left and right. Tennessee, 3 turnovers in the second half, and I get it. O-line had some issues. You see him getting clocked right there, but, give Big Ben credit. He didn't turn it over, and Tannehill did twice. Titans did 4 times as a whole, and turnovers get you beat, especially on the road. And, yeah, that's what happened to Ryan Tannehill and the Titans today. All right, we showed the playoff picture. Titans sit at 9-5. 3 games left, still in a good spot. Lead the Colts by a game in the division, but really 2 games because you hold the tiebreaker. So as long as you win 1 more game, probably you're going to win the AFC South and get a top 4 seed in the AFC. But again, the number 1 seed is really, really important. What will the Titans' final record be? 9-5. We show the remaining schedule. I bet they win 2 out of 3. So I'll go 11-6. That'll win you the division. Won't get you the number 1 seed though. So we'll see how it shakes out. Pittsburgh wins 19-13 over the Tennessee Titans. Pittsburgh improves to 7-6-1 as they're still battling for a playoff spot as well. But for Tennessee, back to the drawing board. This offense has to get going. We'll see what Julio's status is if Derrick Henry ever comes back. Hopefully Ryan Tannehill wakes up soon, because 13 points, not going to get it done come playoff time.